There's always this big looming question on every kid and every parent's mind. Will there be a snow day? And what does that mean for the end of the school year? DC Public Schools extended the school year by 1 day already. Montgomery County Public Schools extended by more than a week. Other school districts are trying to open on Easter Monday, a day that they typically have off. It's a shuffle right now, right? Where are the chess pieces going? News 4's Amy Cho joins us live to break down what goes on in the decision making and what could still change. Amy?
Hi, Erica. Well, obviously, anytime there is a snow day, it's going to have a huge impact on the entire family. Kids might be happy about getting to sleep in and not having to do homework, but then parents are having to figure out childcare. And then, of course, if that school year gets extended down the line, that could impact things like family trips and summer camps. Right now, Montgomery County Public Schools are having to extend their school year all the way until June 25th, but there is a push from Maryland lawmakers to change that.
It's the age-old debate for kids, parents, and teachers. Would you rather have a snow day now or get out for the summer on time? Here in Montgomery County, the school year will now be longer. 2 extra full days and 2 extra half days because of all the snow. Add in a holiday and an election day, and the school year is now an extra 8 days.
I don't feel no type of way because, I would like for my kids to get all of the education that they need for this school year. So if they have to extend it just to make up those days, I am fine. But I do think, Montgomery County needs to be realistic about some days because it's perfectly fine out here. I'm like, these kids could have went to school.
But the longer school year isn't a done deal just yet. Maryland lawmakers are currently considering an emergency bill that would give MCPS more flexibility, so they would only have to meet a certain number of days or hours in school. Currently, it's both. The bill says this would save about $1.9 million per makeup day.
I believe it makes sense in this particular scenario to have this legislation.
Maryland delegate Sarah Wallach is sponsoring the bill. She says she was also concerned when MCPS tried to put a snow makeup day on the Muslim holiday Eid, and she was glad they walked it back.
We pride ourselves in being a diverse, inclusive, welcoming county.
More than 7,000 people have signed a petition in support of the Maryland bill and not extending the school year. The Montgomery County Education Association says it believes doing makeup days after standardized testing isn't that helpful.
The attendance is really poor, and educators really struggle with trying to make them meaningful instructional days.
Montgomery County Public Schools wrote last week in an update to families, "We wish this year's calendar saga was less complicated and less uncertain. Unfortunately, it is not. Stand by for more soon." DC has extended the school year by 1 day. Prince George's, Howard, and St. Mary's County are requesting a waiver from the Maryland State Board of Education for the option to use the Monday after Easter as a makeup day.
All right, so News 4 crunched the numbers, and we found Montgomery County schools are well beyond the required number of hours by the state of Maryland for kids to be in the classroom. So to break it down, if MCPS had the normal 180 days and they only did the minimum number of hours, elementary school would be 30 minutes shorter, middle school would be 45 minutes shorter, and high school would be 15 minutes shorter. So that's why MCPS is basically saying, hey, our kids are already in school for enough hours. We feel like we don't need to be adding on those extra days at the end of the year. Now, that bill in the Maryland House, still making its way through, has a few more steps to go before it can be voted on. And then over in Virginia, several of their districts like Fairfax and Arlington, they already have a number of snow days baked in. And so that's why they're not having to worry about adding in those makeup days just yet. Back to you.
And there's a few students behind you making their way to a hill that I'm sure they will enjoy this evening as they ponder whether or not their year will be a little longer. Amy Cho, thanks for joining us this afternoon. Amy, thank you. Remember